Alright, what is up, team? I am back with another vlog. Rushing to get my stuff together here this morning. I'm about to go and get this tattoo shaded up. So yeah, I got my margarita mix. I got my tequila, because we're gonna be here for 5 hours, so we're gonna need to make sure we're nice and relaxed. So let's mix up a margarita, 1 shot, and I will catch you guys probably in the car. Alright, team, so I'm on my way over to the tattoo place right now. It's called Welcome Stranger Tattoo here in Dallas. You guys are welcome to check it out if you want to. The guy I'm getting tattooed by, his name is Thomas. He's done all my pieces, my chest, my leg, and he's about to shade my arm. Like I was saying, I think we're shading it. We may even be outlining the other side. I don't know. I guess we'll find out whenever we get there. But I definitely am getting tattooed today. That's the plan. And my plan is to try and fall asleep through most of it, because that's what I did last time and it went by pretty smoothly. So if I could fall asleep this time again, that would be cool. I'm gonna be setting up the camera somewhere over there, and I'll probably do a time lapse of parts of that tattoo. I probably won't be able to do the whole 5 hours because my camera won't be able to record for that long, mainly. But yeah, anyways, let me get going with this drive, and then I'll hop back in with you guys whenever we make it over to the tattoo parlor. Peace. Alright, so we made it here. I'm not gonna do too much recording inside because I don't want to be weird, but this is the spot right here. I'm just gonna set up the camera and yeah, let Thomas do his thing. Alright, team, back with the second attempt at this. Up here in the top left corner, I recorded this once and realized I wasn't recording. So we're gonna go through this again. I have the video. Ooh, that was what you were hearing playing in the background right now, so I can get an idea of where I need to be time-wise. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the main topic here, which is weight loss. So a lot of you guys are always asking me how to set up a weight loss diet. How do I lose weight? How do I do this? How do I do that? So this is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you set up your weight loss diet. Step 1. You are going to want to calculate your TDEE. So TDEE stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure, and that is exactly what it sounds like, how many energies you're spending throughout the day. So yeah, to do that, you're going to check the description. There's a formula right there labeled TDEE formula. If you're a guy, you're going to copy the one that says guy. If you're a girl, you're going to copy the one that says girl, and plug and play your height, weight, and age. That'll get you a number. Now that number is going to be your BMR. So BMR stands for if you don't want to do that, you can also click that link right below the formulas. That's a TDEE calculator. So that is basically gonna save you the work of having to do it all on a piece of paper or on a calculator or doing it yourself. You're just gonna put it into the computer and it'll get you a number, and you can skip on along. But if you're following with me, after you get that number, you are gonna look a little bit further down in the description and you're gonna see your activity multiplier. So your activity multiplier is basically how many times per week you're exercising, how intensely you're exercising, and that is gonna affect how many calories you're going to be eating per day, obviously, because if you're exercising more and more intensely, then you're going to need more calories. Let's see. So another more basic way that you can do this, if you don't want to go through and do the formula and you don't want to do all that plugging into on the computer, you can take your weight and you can multiply it by 12, and that'll give you how many calories roughly you should be eating if you're wanting to lose weight. If you're wanting to maintain weight, you're going to multiply by 15. And if you're wanting to gain weight, you're going to want to multiply by 18. And again, that's just kind of like a ballpark number. Really, whichever one of these methods you use will be fine to get your first measurement, because that'll just be your starting point, and then you can kind of adjust from where you need to go from there. But yeah, anyways, let's get into our next point here, which is going to be how you're going to calculate your macros. So now that you have your TDEE, you're going to want to figure out whether you're wanting to maintain, gain, or lose weight. If you're wanting to lose weight, you're going to take your TDEE, including the activity multiplier or whatever number that the computer gave you, and you're going to break that down into 3 different components, so carbs, proteins, and fats. If you're trying to lose weight, you're going to do 25% of those calories in carbs, 40% of those calories in protein, and 35% of those calories in fat. Now, the reasoning behind this is going to be to keep carbs low and protein high so that we can try to preserve muscle and still keep our calories low and keep our carbs low so that our weight drops where we need it to drop to. Now, on the other hand, if you're trying to gain weight, you're going to set your diet up with 40% carbs, 35% protein, and 25% fats. The reasoning behind that is pretty simple. So if you're trying to gain weight, you're going to want to make sure that your glycogen storages inside of your muscles are filled up. That way, whenever you're intaking protein, your body can direct all that protein towards building new muscle, protein synthesis, versus having to convert that protein into energy to make up for the carbs that you don't have. Fats stay low there because we're looking to get most of our calories from carbs to make sure those glycogen storages stay filled up. And yeah, that's for gaining weight. And then if you're wanting to maintain weight, you're going to be looking at a diet made up of Alright, so getting into our next topic here is going to be how to divide those calories up so that you're getting the most efficient, basically, path towards your goal. So let's say that you're trying to lose weight, you subtract 10% from whatever your baseline calorie amount was. You can't just eat all of those calories in donuts or all of those calories in, bad food. You want to make sure that you're still splitting it up correctly between your 3 macronutrients, meaning proteins, carbs, and fats. So if your goal is to lose weight, then you're going to take your total amount of calories that you calculated for yourself. You're going to take 25% of those and allocate them to carbs, 40% of those calories and allocate them to protein, and 35% of those calories and allocate them to fat. Remembering that 1 carbohydrate has 4 calories, 1 gram of protein has 4 calories, and 1 gram of fats have 9 calories. So whenever you're doing this math, let's say you're taking 25% of 2,000, that's going to be 500. So if you're doing 25% fats, you're going to take 500 and divide it by 9 because it's 9 calories per each gram of fat. And then that'll give you how many grams of fat total you should be eating per day, just for that example. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. Moving on, we're going to look at the breakdown for if you're wanting to maintain your weight. So the idea behind this setup is pretty simple. If you're not trying to gain weight and you're not trying to lose weight, then your diet doesn't really need to be so restrictive. So this setup gives you the most freedom to eat what you want and still maintain your current weight as long as that initial TDEE calculation was right. And honestly, if it wasn't, it's no big deal. You notice yourself gaining or losing weight, then you can adjust 5% in either direction, and you should be good from there. Just kind of monitor as you go, make small adjustments, but the breakdown for maintaining weight is going to be 40% carbs, 35% protein, and 25% fats. That way you have kind of a lot of room to work with in each one of them, especially if you're doing IFFYM, which is if it fits your macros, and just kind of tracking your calories on a day-to-day basis versus sticking to a set meal plan. But yeah, moving on from there, if you're trying to gain weight, your main focus is going to be in carbs. So if you're trying to gain weight, your main focus is going to be in carbs. So the breakdown for that is going to be 50% carbs, 30% protein, and 20% fats. Now the reasoning behind that is that so you can use those carbohydrates to keep the glycogen storages in your muscle full. And then that way your body doesn't have to worry about using any of the protein that you're taking in to make up for calories that it doesn't have. It's using all of that protein to direct it towards protein synthesis and create new muscle for you, or rebuild the muscle that you broke down during your exercise. But yeah, that's basically it. And that's only half the video done. So what I'm gonna do, so yeah, there's that. I'll get into another important topic here about losing weight, which is cardio. So a lot of people don't really like doing cardio at all, but it's definitely something that you need to be doing if you're trying to lose weight. Weight training is good, but you definitely want to be doing cardio on top of that to supplement your extra calorie burning. So I always recommend people do fasted cardio. And whenever I do fasted cardio, I like to take yohimbine, L-carnitine, and caffeine, all three of those together right before I go, about 20-25 minutes. I'll do 25 minutes of steady state cardio and then 5 minutes of HIIT cardio right at the end. I like to throw in the HIIT because it keeps you burning calories after you finish doing your cardio. So let's say you burn 200 calories during your cardio session. You'll continue to burn calories even after you stop doing cardio at an elevated rate because you did that HIIT cardio. It's called an afterburn effect, and you can look that up if you want. I won't get too much into it here. But yeah, HIIT cardio is important as well. I basically do 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on. I'll go through that for 5 whole minutes, and then that'll be it for my cardio. I'll wait about 30 minutes, and then I'll hit meal one. Meal one, I like to do a pretty carb-heavy meal with a good amount of protein as well, just to kind of get my body started for the day. Not too many fats, because I feel like it just kind of slows me down. And then I go into my other meals of the day. So going back to cardio, another kind of time that you can do your cardio if you don't have time in the morning, maybe you work early or you go to school or something like that, which all good excuses not to go do cardio in the morning, which I don't accept. I went and did it whenever I was in high school. I'd go at 5 a.m. I don't want to hear it from you guys. I don't have time. There's always time in the day to go and do what you need to do. So after your workout is another good time. This is another time where your glycogen storages are going to be kind of depleted because you've already worked out, and your body is going to be relying mainly on stored energy, which is fat. So basically, whenever you're doing cardio, you're looking to do it in a state where your body doesn't have too many calories to work off of, and it has to use the fat that you have stored to kind of fuel what you're doing at the moment. Let's see how we doing in the video here. Coming up to like the last 5 minutes, I am running out of topics. Let's see. So other than how many calories you're eating and how much cardio you're doing, you also want to look at the kind of quality of the foods you're eating. So let's say you're staying within your calorie limit, but all of the calories that you're eating are fried, processed, or sugary foods, then obviously you're not going to be moving in the direction you want to be moving because you're not eating the correct foods to kind of guide you in that direction. So foods that you want to be looking at mainly for breakfast, for me anyways, and this is whether I'm cutting, bulking, maintaining, or yeah, this is my breakfast. Consistently, I will look at oatmeal, I'll look at eggs, egg whites, protein smoothies. Peanut butter is good if you can digest fats in the morning. Well, I personally can't, so I leave it out. Let's see, what else? Fruits, honey is always good. Greek yogurt is good there. And yeah, toast, even whole wheat toast. There's a lot of different kind of ways you can break up your carbs, your fats, and your proteins, obviously, but that's just kind of what I like to stick to. From there, I'll go into a snack kind of in the middle of the day between breakfast and lunch. That'll typically be either Greek yogurt, nuts, fruits, or a protein shake. Just kind of varies from day to day. Pre-workout most of the time will be cream of rice with protein powder. If I'm not doing that, I'll just do regular jasmine rice and chicken. Just something high carb, high protein, easy to digest that's going to fuel your workout. And then take you into your post-workout, which again, I usually do a shake here. So pre-workout is either cream of rice and protein powder, and then post-workout is typically a shake. And again, sticking with the quick digesting protein theme here, kind of around your workout. That way you can keep your muscles in protein synthesis for as long as possible. After that, I'll typically do one more snack before dinner, same as the first, and then dinner is low carb, high fat. That way my insulin isn't spiking too much at night. If you don't know, your growth hormone is typically the most active or at its highest levels whenever you're asleep, and growth hormone acts inversely with insulin. So if you're having carbs too close to going to sleep and there's insulin in your bloodstream, then you're not going to be able to get as good of a growth hormone spike while you're asleep, meaning that you're not going to recover as well, your body isn't going to reproduce protein as well, and you're not going to be as well rested the following day. So I like to try to keep carbs out at night, even though it's not something that I think makes you fat. It's just something that I think is beneficial to do because of that added benefit of the growth hormone levels while you're asleep. So yeah, coming up to the end of the video here, is tattooing the inside of my elbow. This was definitely the worst part for sure. I'm sorry if you're squeamish and you're watching this and like you just have your hand over the screen, but I had to post it because I think it's cool. So yeah, fuck it, it's fine. But anyways, I'll let you guys yeah, just jam out here to the rest, and then I'll catch you for the outro. Peace. Alright, so tattoo is done, or not done. Shading is done. Got most of the inside of my arm done, kind of down here around the elbow. Still have a lot to go, so I sat for 3 hours today instead of 5 because this was hurting way too much. I ain't even gonna lie. Man, the elbow is no joke. If you have any of your arm tattooed, or your elbow especially, you know that the elbow is no laughing matter. But yeah, I'm going to leave Thomas's Instagram right up here so you guys can hit him up if you want to get something like this. He specializes mainly in Japanese traditional, but he can hook it up with pretty much whatever else you want as well. So yeah, make sure you give him a follow, check out some of his other content, and other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace. Alright, so we've run into a minor issue. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, definitely right here you can see it. My body does not want to stop bleeding, so we are going to have to take this sandiderm off, which is not good news because this shit is sticky. So I'm thinking I'm just going to rip like a band-aid. Yeah, I'll have to rip like a band-aid. Yeah, alright, here we go. 3, 2, oh! Oops. 2, 3. What's that? One more time. 1, 2, 3. And yeah. Let's relocate over the sink.
Oh. Oh. Please don't pass out.
Oh.
It's just from. It's not actual, like, I mean, it's blood, but not like.
Oh, just get this shit off. Let's go. Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't realize tattoos were like dangerous.
Woo. Got blood and shit on the silverware. Fucking great. Well, Thomas, I know you're watching this video. That shit hurt a lot. I hope that's how I was supposed to have done it and didn't fuck it up. But yeah, let me go shower and clean this hoe, and then I will be done with this video for today.